Good morning. My name is Blake Hall, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of ID.me. I'm a former Army Ranger. I led a platoon of scouts and snipers in combat in Iraq back in 2006, 2007, and I'm a graduate of Harvard Business School, where I started the company in 2010. I'm joined on stage by Ryan Fox. Ryan is our Vice President of Product Strategy. He was an identity subject matter expert at Equifax before he joined our leadership team. In 2013, the United States Department of Commerce selected IDme as one of the top 5 identity products in America. They awarded us nearly $3 million to build a certified single sign-on that would allow American citizens to assert their identity at high levels of risk and trust across federal agencies without having to go through a siloed enrollment and identity proofing process. What that means for this audience is 2 things. IDme is a credential service provider. We have identity proofing, attribute verification, and multi-factor authentication capabilities across a spectrum of risk. And 2, if you're a tax-paying American adult, you actually are already a customer of IDme and have given us on average about a nickel each. It might not seem like a lot, but we're grateful for that, and we want more of your nickels. So for consumers, IDme is a consumer-controlled identity bank. During enrollment, we take enough PII to verify one unique identity, and then as that consumer asserts that they are a member of a certain group, like a student, military, corporate employee, membership association, trade association, etc., we verify that against an authoritative database, and we then can assert that to a relying party like a retailer that a particular individual and their identity is in fact eligible for a special loyalty and promotion. And because our technology gates those promotions, our digital credential effectively allows consumers to turn their personal data into renewable and reusable digital currency across an interoperable network. For retailers who are our primary customers, like they are for most of the folks in this audience, they use our marketing and verification solutions to tap into large defined communities to either build an emotional connection with them or to curry influence with them if they have outsized purchasing power for that brand, or if they represent a significant community of influencers for that brand. So one use case, Home Depot, who we're all familiar with, they have an in-store program for military and for retirees and their family members. They give 10% off store-wide every day. They need to be able to verify that program both in-store and online and to reach those members because they've decided that they're important. And then they also target contractors because contractors represent outsized purchasing power for that brand. So they also need to verify them, keep that program safe from fraud, and they want contractors to be loyal to Home Depot. What you've got up here behind me is an actual shot of Under Armour's checkout flow. Under Armour had an in-store military, police, fire, and EMT loyalty program. They were unable to bring it online because they had no way to verify a consumer's identity as they were shopping on UnderArmour.com. And they couldn't risk giving away an average of $10 every time somebody simply asserted that they were a member of a given community. What happened as a result was that customers actually had a negative experience as they were shopping through Under Armour's direct channels, calling into call centers, and having to ask for a benefit. So it ended up being a cost driver and a poor user experience. Through our technology, you can actually, if you've already created a Troop ID or a First Responder ID account at any one of our network of retailers, you can simply sign in and authenticate. So Sears Holding Corporation, Overstock.com, the Washington Nationals, WWE, Sam's Club, United States Department of Veterans Affairs, all consume our technology and are enrolling specific communities into an interoperable credential that works across a network. So what Ryan just did, we sent a token back to Under Armour that said, hey, Blake Hall is in fact a veteran. He's eligible for your loyalty program. Under Armour was able to protect that from fraud and create an experience that delights me. Whatever you might think about adding friction to the checkout flow, this program alone grew Under Armour's entire affiliate revenue by 30% year over year. We just did a case study with Internet Retailer with over 70% new customers to file, and the demographics were completely different from what they typically saw on their online channel. Similarly, Overstock started with one group, reported that those members of that group were twice as profitable as a typical Overstock customer, went out to see Patrick Byrne, the CEO in Salt Lake City, and now Overstock does 5 groups and are moving them into their checkout flow, which speaks to the power of this program. Today, we're happy to announce a partnership with EvoSnap, a leading payment processing platform that has an open API both here in North America and Europe that allows developers to create advanced loyalty solutions for merchants. What we did with Evo is we actually created a card link program where you can link your identity and verified attributes of your identity directly to a payment vehicle. This creates an omnichannel solution for merchants. They no longer have to worry about verifying a physical credential at the point of sale or online.
Hey, Blake, can I get your credit card?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sure, here you go.
Appreciate that.
You bet. What it also does is it creates a great user experience because they're going to be able to delight the communities that they're targeting. And finally, if you worry about delegating discount authority to cashiers who might be hooking up his or her buddies as they're coming through the checkout line, the retailer no longer has to worry about fraud and is creating a great user experience. So what, oh man, Cabo, huh?
Oh, no, I'm good.
All right. So what Ryan's going to do is he's actually going to enroll the card and tie my identity back to it so that if a retailer wants to build an emotional connection with me or to curry my influence, we can dramatically reduce fraud and we can help them tap into that community. It means that you can send out these special promotions through Retail Me Not, shop.com, doesn't matter because we're doing verification at the point at which the discount is being offered. Additionally, what it means is that unlike traditional card-linked offers, where you have to go through this high-friction process of loading a coupon, questionable ROI, these offers are always on. They're highly scalable, and they're offers that find you versus offers that you have to find. So I'm actually going to switch over to the iPad now. My card's been enrolled. I can add more cards if I want to. And I'm walking into the Java store. They have a 10% off military discount. I'm not actually aware of that.
Can I get you something to drink today, Mr. Hall?
Sure. I'd like a medium white chocolate mocha, please.
Sure. Great. If you could just select your payment type there for me.
Sure. I'm going to pay with credit. And
swipe it.
Go ahead and swipe that through.
Great. I see you're a veteran, Mr. Hall. Thank you for your service. You saved 10% today.
I didn't realize that you guys did a military discount.
Yeah, we really like to give back here at the Java store. So thanks so much for your service.
That's awesome. I'm going to tell all my buddies that you're really supporting the community. So right there, I've given the military community a reason to talk about my brand in a favorable light. If you're in the car-linked offer space or the mobile wallet space, we'd love you to come by our booth. Thanks.